It is a first for Utah. Provo and Orem are now moving up to orange on the state's color-coded restriction scale.
Fox 13's Ben Winslow was on Utah's Capitol Hill today when the announcement came down. He joins us from there now. Ben.
Yeah, this is the first time that a community has slid backward since the pandemic began in mid-March. But this is the governor's response to a surge in COVID-19 cases.
Provo and Orem account for over 57% of Utah County's cases last week. And in some areas of those two cities, you are between 3 and 6 times more likely to have COVID-19 than the rest of the state.
Provo and Orem will move to an orange or moderate restriction level on the state's color-coded scale. It means they will face a return to restrictions as COVID-19 cases surge.
Gatherings are limited under orange as far as how many you can gather, 20 or 50, and in-house dining will be impacted to some extent, buffets, so there is some impact. Which is negative.
There is one exception the state granted for sports.
We will allow team sports to continue, but with no spectators. The current guidelines of Orange do not allow engagement of sports to occur.
The governor declined to move all of Utah County to orange, even though other communities have similarly high cases of COVID-19. He's also declined to issue a statewide face mask mandate, but he is pressuring Utah County commissioners to impose one of their own.
We're going to try this. That doesn't mean we can't make an adjustment going forward if we don't find this to be successful. But I think there's a willingness in Utah County to make sure that this does in fact work.
We're having a huge problem right now in the county, and our behavior needs to improve. And part of that means that we wear a mask when appropriate.
Utah County commissioners are negotiating a proposed order. They faced protests over existing mandates. One commissioner is willing to support a mandate, another opposes it. Commissioner Nathan IVIE has a swing vote. He tells me he doesn't support criminal penalties for not wearing a face covering.
It's going to depend on what the verbiage is. You know what I mean? Again, and those are the factors we're looking at, criminality and enforceability. And so when we get something that I feel doesn't cross those thresholds, heck yeah.
Now, there is some good news to report. One county was allowed to loosen restrictions even further. That would be Rich County in northern Utah. Effective midnight, they move to green. Live on the Hill, Ben Winslow, Fox 13 News, Utah.